Hello, everybody. Welcome in to the NBA Front Office Show. It's Friday. You know what that means.
Front Office Friday! We're back edition.
We're back edition. The NBA is back. And Keith, you gotta love overtimes.
yeah. Tell me about it. Especially if you're in Oklahoma City. Apparently, you're just working overtime, working for the weekend. I guess.
Right? Free basketball, man. They're being generous. They're giving out free basketball. What did they play? They played two double OTs.
Yep.
So that's what, an extra 20 minutes of basketball that they've given us? Man.
Yeah, that's like a whole extra half.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Look for that extra money in your check next week, fellas. We'll catch up.
That's right. That's right. Oh, lots of stuff for us to get into today. We're happy to see you all here. Go ahead, throw your questions, your comments in the chat. You guys know the live Friday show. It's your show. We're letting you guys direct where we go, what topics we get into. So load up those questions while we do that and we get those questions.
We gotta go here.
What's
Mr.
that?
Pop Gaming. Front Office Friday. How you all doing? It's my birthday today, he says.
Happy
His
birthday,
not mine. So hoping for a good night of basketball. Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday indeed. And it is a good night. Keith, we have 12 games again tonight.
Yeah, we do.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's another busy night of hoops. We got a lot happening. So I'm pretty fired up, man. I love the very stuffed full nights of hoops. What I like even more, can't wait to get to Sunday. We got a lot of games. We got a stagger of games.
Ooh.
I know everybody's going to it's football season. I don't care. I'm not watching that. I'm watching NBA. So I'm fired up, man. It's gonna be a good weekend. We needed those two games last night too. After the day yesterday was.
Sure.
Like we needed just a couple really good games to remind us how much we love the game itself, and it was awesome.
Really awesome.
Can I admit something here though?
Sure.
This is a safe space, right?
Yeah,
I fell asleep during
Nuggets. When you and me and you did.
Yeah, I fell asleep. Yeah, it's just I'm old. I'm washed. Staying up that late, like it's gonna happen several times throughout the year, and then I get up and I watch it when I get up in the morning.
I fell asleep during the prior game. The what was that? Pacers and
Thunder.
Thunder. Yeah, Pacers and Thunder. I fell asleep during that one. During I think it was like the third quarter. I do this thing.
We're old, bro.
Yeah, we're old. And so I do this, the post-dinner nap where I'll fall asleep for like 20, 25 minutes and then wake up and then I'm good. And then I'm up till 3 a.m. or whatever. But
yeah, you're on a completely different schedule than I am as far as lack of sleep goes. Let's just put this out there too. I believe it's Bucks Raptors. Bucks Raptors. It starts at 6:30 Eastern tonight because they pushed it up because of the World Series. Because it's a Raptors home game, so they're just trying to avoid, I think, too much going on all in that area. So so nice early start there. You get that with dinner time on the East Coast, West Coast. Skip out of work early. You have our permission.
Yeah,
go home early. It's Friday.
We'll write you a note.
Yeah, start the weekend.
Yep. All right. While we're getting the questions queued up, Keith, the NBA did just a little bit ago release the NBA Cup courts this year. And to me, I see these and I think this is, more so like, yes, it's still beating you over the head that it's an NBA Cup situation, but I
feel the idea.
But this is also, to me, feels like a halfway between an NBA Cup court and a City Edition court.
Yep. Way better.
Yeah.
I don't like the red ones because my friends that are colorblind have convinced me the red courts are horrendous and they gotta go.
Mm-hmm.
Just can't see anything. But these are not as garish as prior years. I think almost all of them look pretty good. I'm excited. I like that they did like the kind of word mark logos across the middle. That looks good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that the Clippers and the Lakers ones are flipped because it feels like they very much leaned into being the LA Clippers, right? Like that's how they brand it, but it says Los Angeles and then it says LA Lakers, which is fine. It's just a minor quibble, but for the most part, I really like these. I gotta say this too. Look at you with the clean white hat today,
right?
Is that new?
I debuted this. I got it yesterday. I debuted it on the Lakers Nation podcast this morning. And what I found, my camera will, if I am all dark colors. It doesn't focus. If I'm wearing a white shirt, that tends to help. And I'm like, I don't really have a white shirt clean right now that I wanted to wear. It just is better for the white balancing for the camera. And but I have a white hat now, and I'm going to throw that. And that's going to make it work out great.
Yeah, so, I like it. It's clean. I mean, I don't like what it says.
Well, yeah, I got two new Dodger hats. I got a black one with white lettering and a white one with black lettering, so I could fit, whatever color scheme I want to go with there.
Except for their blue actual hat color, but okay.
Well, yeah, I mean, I've got a few different varieties of it, but yes. Yes, that is true.
But yeah, I like the NBA Cup courts. I think they look pretty good.
The Houston one is cool. Mm-hmm. I don't like that it's red, but I like the idea of like going light speed.
I like Portland's a lot. It's fun.
The Hornets one didn't change much from last year, but I still like it. The honeycomb effect.
Yeah.
I do like that one. I
don't remember. Was it? I don't remember what podcast I was listening to. It might have been Zach Lowe, and they were talking about like, do Hornets even do honeycombs? And then they were like, I imagine like some guy brought that up in like the marketing thing, and they're like, "Shut up, Ray! Like we're doing the honeycomb."
Yes, that's exactly it. I don't care what they do. Yeah, people will associate it. Anyway, I do like the courts this year. They're certainly better. The colors to me are a bit more toned down. I would even tone them down a bit more, but that's okay. I wish from the Lakers standpoint, I wish the colors were inverted. Then it was purple with yellow around the outside. I'll say I really also before we move on from this, I need to give a shout out to the Jazz one. I think the Jazz court looks very, very sharp.
Everything with the Jazz this year is just so much better than those like god awful highlighter yellow and black. I don't know what I feel like that was hey, let's do this so our other stuff looks so much better when it comes.
We're gonna set the bar so low right now.
Really drop it. Yeah. I just gross. So yeah.
I'm trying to look. I've got the courts up from last year. This is last year's. Trying to see what was the Jazz last year? What did it look like? Because I love the one this year. Where are they?
Of course, they're not in alphabetical order.
No, they're ranked by their groups on here.
There it is. The fourth one down in the second column.
Yeah, it doesn't stand out at all.
Yeah,
that's why I just went right past it. Yeah, this year
a lot of gray ones last year. Not as many gray.
I think they reacted to the complaints about them being overbearing. Okay, let's get into some of your questions.
Yeah, let's go.
Your comments. Chat. Let's go here. Juan wants to know, is Golden State a contender? Keith, here's my thing. Like, I think we can analyze what we've seen from the Warriors, and it's looked good. They've done some good things. Mm-hmm. Obviously, they gutted out the win last night against Denver, and we've had Denver as one of the contending teams of the West. We've played 2 games. Like, we're always in this rush to categorize what something is and isn't. This isn't a coin flip where it's either heads or it's tails, right? This is an NBA team, and so we're going to need to see the evolution of the team. There's matchups and all that kind of stuff that makes. But what we've seen so far, I think, from Golden State has been pretty good, and you can see that there's a cohesiveness, a chemistry with that team, and that has paid off in a big way through their first 2 games.
Yeah, I wrote about their game on the basketball bulletin in the NBA game notes. Those are back. If anybody's interested, I did the first 3 nights were free and unlocked for everybody to give you a sense of what the game notes are. I did what I wrote about them was feels like remember last year at the beginning of the year was like they're playing 11 and 12 guys, they're super deep and all this stuff. But when I never really fully bought into it because I'm like they're like playing 9 guards. Like, I don't know how super deep they are. This year's depth feels better because it's more functional depth. It feels like they've got like more guys who fill roles. There's more balance within their roster and the like. And I thought it was really great. It was actually Nate Duncan from Dunked On asked Draymond Green post game. He asked him like, what were the last few minutes of that game like with you and Curry and Jimmy Butler and Al Horford out there against Jokic and Murray and and Aaron Gordon and all these guys who've played in a million games, a million big games, and it was such high level hoops. And I actually heard that before I had a chance to finish watching the game.
Mm-hmm.
So that was in my mind when I watched, and it was super cool watching it that way. So yeah, I think it was really just high level basketball. They're just such a smart team in Golden State, a bunch of really smart ball movers. I mean, you had Green with 8 assists, Curry with 7, Butler had 6. They're really good. Are they a contender? Maybe. Let's see. Steve Kerr made the point. They got to the postseason last year healthy and ready to go, and then lost Steph. And then Jimmy Butler after that hard fall. And he's like, so there's really no way to know when you get there until you're like in it,
Right.
if you're going to be healthy. But yeah, it's going to be, I just don't know. I think they can be. I still have them behind Denver and OKC, but I think, this is a pretty dangerous team.
This is a team that, given the age of their players, of their key players here, they're going to be more susceptible to injuries and that sort of thing. So staying healthy will be critical, as it is for every team, but you worried about it a bit more. This team is going to be more susceptible to getting burned out in January, February than a bunch of 22-year-olds on a team together. That said, if they can get to the playoffs healthy, I think they can be very, very dangerous. There were a couple plays where Al Horford did some things and went, that's it. That's exactly why he was such a perfect fit for this team. He was just such a good ball mover. There was one baseline cut where he just turned and pivoted. I don't remember who he hit on the cut, but for a bucket. I also think the version of Jonathan Kuminga that we're seeing right now, he may just not give back that starting job. Like, he's done some really good things out there for them. The passing, I think, has been noticeably better from him, and I think that's a big part of keeping that ball moving in that Warriors offense. And so far, what is he now? I think he was 4 for 6 from 3 against the Lakers, and now 1 for 4 from 3 tonight. So, I mean, 5 for 10 from deep so far. We'll see. We'll keep an eye on that number as the season goes on. But, if he's able to knock down the 3 at a consistent enough clip, and he's moving the ball the way he is right now, and he's been doing some good things defensively, he may just take that starting job.
Yeah, I think this is what it's going to be. Minus, let's see if Moses Moody replaces Brandon Podziemski when he's healthy. And I think those guys you're basically going to split their minutes right down the middle almost. There with Moody will also play up a bit more than Podziemski. Like he'll play like some of the Butler minutes behind him as well. They're on a back-to-back tonight. They already said Al Horford will not play back-to-back. So they're carrying that over from Boston. That's how Boston managed to keep Horford healthy, ready to go, and rested by the time they get to the postseason. We know there's going to be games where they're like, and you know what? Draymond and Steph and Jimmy aren't playing either. And then they'll kind of go. So, but yeah, I think all around good team. Shout out Florida Gator, Will Richard, making a little bit of an impact here. Very unexpected. We'll see if that kind of continues. Those are probably minutes that would be D'Anthony Melton's when he's healthy. So, but good for Will Richard. Not something I think anybody really expected, but yeah, good, fun team. And Golden State. And I thought Denver was good. I mean, Aaron Gordon. Holy crap.
Yeah, we got to talk about him. Yeah. But before we leave Will Richard, I just want to say he looks like he belongs out there, which for a second round pick, like that is high praise. Like he looks like a guy that the Warriors trust to be in the right spots at the right times. And like I said, to find something like that where they did, that's absolutely fantastic if he can continue doing that. And we'll talk when we get to the other game. We'll talk a little bit about AJ Mitchell too and what he means for the Thunder. Yeah. But yeah, we can't overlook Aaron Gordon. 10 for 11 from 3. His career high percentage wise from 3 for a season was 35% before last season. Last season he shot 44% from 3, and last night went 10 for 11 and dropped 50 points and basically kept the Nuggets really running whenever Jokic was out. What an incredible performance from him, Keith, and what a dramatic shift in shooting talent for him well into his NBA career.
Yeah, I hit a handful. I pulled one clip. I shared it on Twitter and I put it out on in the game notes. Pulled one off the dribble 3, which was really kind of fun out of a straight pick and roll. I had another couple in transition where the Warriors just dropped off him. You can't drop off him like that anymore. That's not, I think last year really showed like you have to hug up and guard him. And these weren't just all wide open spot ups. He certainly had several of those as well. it sounds weird to say this in a game where he had a triple double, but this was not a good Jokic game,
Yeah.
especially down the stretch. He was
2 for 13 from deep.
bad. Yeah, and he was bad at the end of the game. Just did not look good. Jamal Murray was pretty solid. I thought they got good minutes. This is the key one. While you have it up here on the screen, if you're watching along on YouTube, Jonas Valanciunas +4. I know that sounds crazy. It's +4, but that's like massive for the Nuggets.
Oh yeah,
backup center to not be like -10,
right.
In a game, because that's
to win
the
non-Jokic minutes.
Yeah, exactly. If they can win those non-Jokic minutes, because we know most nights they're going to win the Jokic minutes. If you can win or just stay even, or just not be massively negative in those minutes, that'd be big. So, no, those are pretty solid minutes for Valanciunas. In 12 minutes, that feels about right for him off the bench. So, yeah.
Well, I mean, in 12 minutes, he was 4 for 5, 3 boards. He moved the ball well, had 2 assists, had a block on Jimmy Butler. I thought Jonas looked great as a Denver Nugget and fit in exactly as we would have hoped that he would.
Yep. Yeah. I want to see De'Ron Holmes get some time, but I guess that'll come.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, for sure. All right. Let me get into some of our other questions, comments here. Front Office Friday. Oh, the birthday one. We got that. Happy birthday again. What is VJ Edgecombe's ceiling in the NBA, do you think?
I don't know. The ceiling is the floor, I guess.
We've seen one game.
Yeah. Wasn't that what MJ said? Right?
The ceiling is the floor.
Or something silly like that.
The wall. Careful. The wall and the floor just switched.
I think he's gonna be really good. I was very high on him pre-draft. I thought we get that Baylor team was super messy. Didn't really fit well together. We've now seen some other guys move on from that team and transfer other places. But yeah, I thought he stood out in that Olympic qualifying tournament with Bahamas against real NBA guys. And I think it's I think he's going to be really good. Oh, here's a reminder. Ceiling is the roof, Ellison says.
The ceiling is the roof. Oh.
Yeah. But yeah, I think VJ Edgecombe's going to be pretty good. I think he has a chance to be, a really good player. It's not going to be 30 points a night.
Yeah, he's not going to shoot that well every night. But still, good start.
Yeah, really good start. I mean, Philly, they get a lot of guard depth in Philadelphia.
Yes, sir. All right, let's go here. Are you guys card collectors at all? Topps released basketball cards yesterday, pulled a purple Wemby out of 250 hyped.
Look at that. I mean, that's great. I don't really know what that means, but
people get really into it and do like they like film themselves and do all this stuff of like, opening up the cards, then which ones did we get and sorting through them all and everything. And I was into like baseball cards and stuff a little bit when I was a kid, when I was, 9 or 10 or whatever, but I haven't been into it since then.
All right. Safe space. And my wife's not here right now. It's like everything I can do to not buy like a box of these Topps cards. Like I am like every day I have them in my cart and I'm like,
really?
Should I buy them? Yeah.
How much are they for a box of them?
I don't even know. I didn't even look because I was just like, I'll just add it to the card. I didn't buy them yet, but yeah, I am super like close to buying these. Did you see the thing they did with the rookie jerseys too? Their debut game had a patch. So they put a patch on their jerseys for their game. That's like it's a little patch that says debut, and then they're gonna put those on cards, and those are gonna be like sold. Those patches. So somebody's gonna get like VJ Edgecombe's jersey patch on a card. It's at least if I read that right. But yeah,
that's cool.
I just like this is like if I start this, that's gonna be bad. Like I need a whole lot more super chats, guys, and like you guys need to subscribe by like the millions because it's just not going to be good. But yeah, it's just something I don't need to start. That's why I haven't done it yet. But yeah, I would start buying a ton of these because I love collecting stuff like that.
All right, let's go here. I will do that too. Once I get into something, I get really into, like for me though, lately it's been like I found a pair of shorts that I really liked. So now I have 7 pairs of those shorts in all different colors. Like I'll do that. Like I lock into one thing that's
really what my
love,
mom does.
Right. And then I wind up getting like a bunch of those things like hats have been my thing for a while. Right. So I've got like 1 billion hats now and I'm constantly getting more. And my wife's like, what, do you really need more hats? I'm like, well, I don't know. I like hats right now. but I could see getting into the cards too, getting back into it. I just don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to.
It's money. I don't. Yeah, basketball shoes. That's the same thing. No, like I'm not. I've never been
at all.
And that's an expensive hobby.
That's an expensive hobby, and everybody said, "Oh, did you get the LeBron 78s or whatever?" And I'm like, can you believe he was wearing the Jordan 57s? I have no idea what those are. I pay no attention. I'm like, hey, that guy's wearing the lime green shoes tonight. Like that's the extent of my basketball shoe knowledge.
I will say, I really, really want a pair of the Concords, the Jordan Concords, from back like when we were kids. Like those are my favorite shoes ever. I had a pair back in the day, completely wore them out, and they're just long since lost to history. I would love a pair of those. So if anybody's feeling generous and wants to gift me a Christmas present, I'm
there you go.
Take a pair. On shorts, I got to tell you, so this happened during the pandemic. I was like, because if anybody doesn't know, I quit my full-time job right before the season shut down in 2020. Literally 3 weeks to the day before was my last day after my 20-year career with Disney.
Good timing.
Yeah, it was really great timing. And I was like, I'm at the house all the time. And I was like, I'm going to buy some basketball shorts. So I bought like some basketball shorts. And I happened to tell like a friend of mine, like, yeah, I bought some like NBA like actual basketball shorts, because that's like what I wear all the time now.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, like weeks later, because then it was like, then I got laid off. And I'm like, I probably like shouldn't spend any more money on this stuff. Friend of mine was like, hey, I got some stuff coming your way. And he's someone who works in the league, and he reached out, and I got this box stuffed with basketball shorts for like every team. And here's the funniest part. He was like, I didn't reach out to the Lakers equipment guy for a pair because I knew you would never wear them. And I was like, yeah, those would have got put in a box.
You could have passed them along to me.
I know, but he's like, I just knew you wouldn't wear them. So, it was that was just fun. So I have like all these different team basketball shorts, and like when people that like, I don't know if it's this way anywhere you go in your life where you see the same people all the time. So like sometimes I'll go to get coffee, and the guy was finally like, I gotta ask, man, like one day it's like Trailblazers, one day it's Hawks, like what is the deal? And I'm like, I have all these different teams. And he's like, oh, that's kind of cool. He's like, that's fun. And then I didn't want to get any deeper into it, but yeah. Carter Van Vliet, Fred Van Vliet's brother, I guess, says video description is spelled wrong, by the way. It does. It says over rhyme. So now this whole show needs to rhyme, I guess.
Oh, it does. Over rhyme.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah. Thanks for letting us know,
there.
Bro.
I'm fixing it as we speak.
There it is.
There we go.
Thanks, bro. Now we know.
Thanks, bro. Now we know. Over time, we won't rhyme.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Let's go here. How is Miami's current cap affected by the Rozier stuff? Any immediate impact at all? Not immediate.
Yeah, none. No. He's actually on paid leave.
Yeah.
So nothing actually changes. There's a mechanism in the CBA where when it is a league suspension, players contracts, the team gets tax relief when it's a league suspension. It's not on team suspensions. They don't. So like when Miami suspended Jimmy Butler, because you could imagine you could play all kinds of shenanigans there. Like, hey, we're going to suspend you for a week so we can avoid the tax. We'll make it up to you later. But yeah, so it is. But yeah, when it's a league suspension, but very, very important to note, has not been suspended. Suspended indicates there is no pay coming in NBA terms. This is a paid leave. So him and Chauncey Billups are away from the Trailblazers and the Heat, respectively, but no actual change for the Heat's cap and tax situation right now.
All right, let's go here. D-Rock said, Kuminga is a winning player. Who knew? Cam Thomas ain't. I mean, we'll see. We're only one game in. Maybe not. 2 games from Golden State Warriors, 1 from Brooklyn. Compare and contrast Kerr and Jordy Fernandez. I mean, talking about polar opposite situations that they're in.
Yeah. One guy's trying to win yet another title, and one guy is trying to develop players. So
with an
but
all veteran team.
yeah,
Yeah, I
exactly.
mean,
I mean, the Nets' first game was super messy. They looked like a team with a whole bunch of young ball handlers that had been thrown together in the offseason because that's exactly what they are.
yep.
And here, we'll take away positives. Jordy Fernandez hasn't played really hard, even though they got behind big to the Hornets. They played really hard the whole game. That's a huge positive. They run pretty good stuff. They don't always execute it great, but there's good stuff being run. And then Jaeger Joman hit 4-6 from 3, and his shot looked clean. Now, stop messing around with other stuff. Get him in the starting lineup as soon as possible. Like, we don't need to be, playing guys who aren't going to be a part of the next good Nets team. Nothing against like Terrence Mann
I was gonna say, who is that?
other guys, but like Jaeger Joman should be a big, you drafted him so high for a reason. You believe in him. Let's get him in there. And I get it. He missed most of camp and preseason with a foot thing, but he's out there now, and he looked pretty good. So,
what do you make of Day'Ron Sharpe's game? Like, it's the most Day'Ron game ever, unless he just spammed offensive rebounds. 14 points, 4 boards, 1 of 2 from deep, 6 of 7 from the field in 14 minutes, 2 blocks, but also somehow 5 turnovers in 14 minutes. What the hell, man?
I love Day'Ron Sharpe.
I do too.
And Noah Clowney. Yeah, we'll say Day'Ron Sharpe occasionally gets a little ambitious with some of the things he tries to do off the dribble and passing wise. And I think, especially when you're playing a lot with guys you haven't played with much, like I don't know that they're quite ready for some of the things that he's trying to do. So, but hey, I mean, give it a shot, man. There's no reason not to. It's this is the time to try things.
All right, let's go here. JJ Castillo said, we're only 3 days into the NBA season, but the energy and vibe has been great. Seeing it on NBC was great, and can't wait to see it on Prime Video. Yeah, that's in addition to obviously all the unfortunate stuff from yesterday, on the surface, everything to involved in it is not good, but it's really unfortunate that we've had 3 amazing days of basketball. Like, we've seen some great, super exciting, super fun, high level basketball. Keith, I hadn't gotten to Jazz Clippers yet. So I watched that last night when I was still trying to wind down from recording the Lakers Nation podcast. I watched most of the first half of that. And I was like, the Jazz are doing a lot of fun. Like, even this game I'm checking in on, and I'm seeing great stuff. This has been an awesome start on the court for the NBA.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, these games have all been pretty good so far. And like you said, even the Jazz won in a blowout, but it was fun because it was a lot of their young guys doing stuff. They again, another team that's really well coached. Will Hardy's a heck of a coach. Like, he's really good. I can't wait to see both him and Jordy Fernandez. What does it look like when they get actual good teams? And that's always the worry when you go through the rebuild. Are they going to survive to the back end with those good teams? So we'll see, where that goes. But yeah, I mean, it was, really, really good stuff. I hope now, fingers crossed, we're getting that off-court stuff handled. And I trust, based off of the very limited, thankfully, history we have with this, that the NBA will act on this when the time is appropriate and do what they have to do. But yeah, it's been, it's the basketball. It's always been really good. One other thing JJ said, I'm excited for Amazon Prime tonight. Like, I want to see, what does it look like? What does the game presentation look like? What's the studio show look like? I heard Blake Griffin talking the other day, and he's going to be fun. Blake Griffin is really funny. Like, I think, and you can tell, like, he really loves the game. And Blake Griffin only retired like a year ago, so we're in a spot where, like, he's a very recent player. So yeah, I'm excited to see what that looks like.
Yeah, and the game that's on Prime tonight is the Celtics and the Knicks.
Yeah.
So that should be fun. And then we've got the Wolves and the Lakers after that.
Yeah.
So those are the two Prime games.
Yeah.
That's exciting stuff.
That's two good ones, right? To come out of the gate with. Well, I don't know if Celtics Knicks will be very good. We'll see. But it's, at least it's all, 4 teams that have been pretty good.
Yeah. All right, let's go here. Can you please explain how some young G League players are allowed to play in college now?
Yeah. So what the NCAA has kind of determined as the new world in NIL has come into being, and college players can get paid, you're no longer blocked if you've been paid to play professional basketball anymore. We're seeing a lot of guys who played in Europe, because in Europe, guys will sign professional contracts when they're 14, 15, 16 years old. So those guys will maybe play until they're 18 or 19. Then they're coming over and playing a year, 2, 3 years in college after being paid to play overseas. They kind of ruled, all right, we're going to treat the G League very similarly. And this is, so far, it's the G League Ignite guys who are getting this chance to play there. So Thierry Darlan is one of them who's given this opportunity. He was with the G League Ignite. G League Ignite no longer exists, so now that it's gone, some of those guys they didn't necessarily want to go pro yet because they didn't want to be put into the draft, go undrafted, and have to go that route. So he's going to, I believe it's Louisville. I'll apologize if I'm incorrect on that, but I believe that's where he's headed. And then we'll see, kind of where it comes from here. Some college coaches have got all up in arms about it, but there's a lot of college coaches who are still the belief that they're the product, right? Like well, I'm the institution here, and it is what it is. But yeah, I'm that part I kind of like go in one ear and out the other with all their yelling and screaming, and a lot of it is so you wouldn't take the guy on your team then, because don't preach to me from your pulpit if you're not gonna follow through. So but that's where it is. You're seeing some of these guys who've been pros other places show up in college, and honestly, fine. Like the better college basketball is, the better the scouting will be. And the more watchable the product becomes, because everybody knows I'm an NBA snob. So like I don't really like watching college basketball unless it's draft guys, because I just don't think it's very good outside of conference tournaments and March Madness, which are fantastic.
March Madness is fun, but I still do the thing where whenever an NBA draft, I'm always frustrated if an NBA draft prospect gets eliminated, especially early. If it's like a top, lottery guy gets knocked out early, I'm like, come on, like keep these guys around. We need to see more of them. But yeah, March Madness gets fun. Other than that, I don't watch a whole. But also, I don't know when the hell I'd have time to watch a bunch of college.
I have to fit it in around NBA watching too.
Yeah.
Digital Snowflakes, Cam Reddish going back to college has 2 years of eligibility. He's played in the NBA, so he would not be eligible.
That's not that's not a thing.
That's
all right.
Funny though.
Let's go here. How hot of a take is it that Zion will be traded by the trade deadline? I mean, relatively. Like there were rumblings that Joe Dumars was brought in part to trade Zion when he was brought on board, and then kind of flipped that narrative and was like, no, I want to give this a go with him. Obviously he's looked great so far. He looks like he's in great shape. And if he continues playing like this, well, I guess that's the question, right? Let's say Zion keeps playing like this. If you're the Pelicans, do you get out of the Zion Williamson business while you have a chance? Because if they have an opportunity to trade him and then the next day he's hurt, well, that opportunity to trade him is gone, and maybe gone for a while because people are so scared of the injury factors. But he could be, if he is awesome all the way up till January and plays 95% of the games, what should the Pelicans do in that scenario? And I hope we're in this world because I want to see more Zion Williamson. But what should they do?
Yeah, I think so. I'm going to kind of expand on that a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's see him with Derek Queen, Jeremiah Fears. What does it look like, right? Those guys were this front office's first 2 draft picks. Fears a high lottery pick. They traded into the back end of the lottery. Very controversial trade to get Queen. If they look really good with Zion, then you just keep it moving, right? And you feel pretty good about that. If it doesn't look like there's going to be a fit, especially with Zion and Queen, because they're two, like, is either one really a 5? Like, that's probably not. So is there too much overlap with those 2 guys? Can they really fit together on the court? Then you probably have to start thinking about it. But yeah, it's hard because you don't want to be in a spot where it becomes like you're how do I put this? You don't want to be in a spot where it is like you said, you missed the boat on ever trading Zion, and now you're trading him at a loss or just as a bad contract or whatever. But I think you just kind of keep things moving forward, at least for now. But so I'll say on Alex's thing, if they're in on a scale of 10, so probably like an 8 as far as being a hot take because I just don't know that that's where the Pels want to go.
Yeah, I don't. I think they want to make this work with Zion. We'll see if they actually can. But look, if he doesn't look good from now until January, if he isn't on the floor, then they're definitely not moving him. Just they'll have an opportunity to potentially get out of the Zion business if he does look good. But we'll see whether or not they decide to take that. Keith, Obi Toppin is for real.
Yeah, I mean,
what is for real for him?
Yeah, I like Obi Toppin. I've been a fan of Obi Toppin. I always begged for him to play more on the Knicks. So it's we'll see. With that, he's got a big opportunity there. Him and Jarris Walker had big moments in that game last night for the Pacers against the Thunder, and so Obi Toppin isn't imaginary.
That's true.
It's true. He is not imaginary. That was funny. So I think he didn't hit I think he went 0 for 8 from 3. And the Jarris Walker get a little shot happy at the end in overtime.
Mm-hmm.
That's when the Pacers they were like on fumes of fumes.
He did have a really nice up and under though. Jarris Walker did.
Yeah. He had a really nice skip pass too to Talon Peter for transition 3, where it was like you talk about 0.5 like Spurs ball of processing, 0.5 to dribble, pass, or shoot. That was like 0.1 ball. Like it was barely in his hands, and he zipped it all the way to the opposite corner. Talon Peter, I just want to say this. This guy was playing in double overtime for the Pacers as a two-way player. 2 years ago, he's playing in Division II. So like rapid rise for this guy. Played 1 year of high level division. Well, I guess 2 years. He played a year at Tennessee Tech, then transferred to Arkansas Tech. Did you see what I tweeted about this yet?
No, I didn't.
Arkansas Tech, their nickname, they're the Arkansas Tech Wonder Boys. Which
does Tenacious D play their walkout song, or how does that work?
Yeah. I don't know. Is it does Roy Hobbs show up? That's
an awesome name though.
Yeah, I loved it. It made me so happy to see that. I love like goofy nicknames. I miss the old G League. Nicknames.
Oh yeah,
Like
the main Red Claws and all that kind of stuff.
And the Low Gators, and now everybody's like, we're the
the South Bay Lakers, and
I don't know. Go back to fun. Like, let's have fun with this. Like minor league baseball team names are the best when they're like some weird thing. So
all right, let's go here. This is the hot topic, the big important news here. Important questions going around the NBA. When LeBron comes back, who walks out of the tunnel last, Luka or LeBron?
Sorry.
Just because it's a Lakers question. That's
I know.
That's why you switched it over to a Celtics one. We see what you're doing.
I didn't. I hit the wrong button. This is why we should leave this to you.
So
we're back. Nothing happened.
I don't know. Like, I guess my answer is I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care.
Do either one of these guys care? And if they do, they shouldn't. Yeah. I mean, if the question is whose team is it, it's Luka's team.
I think he means introduced last, right? Like introduced last because that's usually the guy like walking out of the tunnel last. For warm-ups. Like, I don't know if that matters. I don't know. Guys have different things they do, but I don't know. I mean, I could see LeBron being like, hey man, it's your team now. So like it's, I'll, defer to you. But I mean, I guess the easy thing is Luka's like, no, he's the legend. Like the LeBron is last and my time will come. That's how I think it'll probably go.
Yeah.
But you're absolutely right. I don't care. I'm never even watching.
I don't pay attention to who walks out of the tunnel when.
Yeah, I'm usually watching something else, especially when they're playing like on the West Coast. Like I'm not watching pregame warm-up.
That's been one downside to all these early double OT games is a lot of people are missing their games because they're waiting for the nightcap game. Like if you're a Warriors fan or a Nuggets fan, you're not thrilled that you didn't get to your game till like the second quarter.
It was on what was it? ESPN News though.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and they said it a couple times, but yeah. So,
all right, let's go here. It seems like there are a lot more foul calls this season.
I haven't looked it up, but I have to look up the numbers. But there's always a lot of foul calls early in the year because they do the point of emphasis thing, and there's just stuff that they're looking for, and the refs are trying to keep things in check a little early on. But yeah, I don't know if there's any more than that. I didn't like the whole narrative too around SGA. Like, here we go with the free throw merch and stuff. Yeah, he took a crap ton of free throws.
Yeah, how many did
But
he take?
there were
Like
only
20?
a handful of questionable calls in there. To me. It's not like he was just looking for free throws either. Like, he was, I mean, he had a bunch of shots too and was really good. So,
Well, it's part of that too, is we've seen some abnormally high free throw attempt. I mean, Jimmy had 16.
yeah.
SGA getting 20. Like, those are things going to stand out as well. And this early in the season, I think that creates more of a, and I don't know what the total foul call numbers are and how they compare to seasons past right now. But watching the games, it didn't necessarily feel like it was like the referees were blowing the whistle too much or anything to me.
So either. Yeah, and I hate like free games that turn into free throw contest.
Oh yeah,
like it makes me like there's nothing that makes me want to turn a game off more than that, because it's just like at that point it's like, what are we doing? Like,
yeah,
can we just play? So.
Will we have a Halloween costume edition? Well, hit the subscribe button. Got to get our subscribers up.
Yeah,
I know. I need to put something out on X too. Yeah, but get your subscribers up. Darren said the Spurs look so good in their debut. Do you think Fox might mess that up when he comes back?
I don't know.
We've seen. I mean, it's De'Aaron Fox. He's a good player. Ultimately, for the Spurs to hit their ceiling, they need De'Aaron Fox. So even if there is a little bit of, if it throws the rhythm off a little or something like that, it's not like they've played 50 games this way and suddenly they've got to come back and now reintegrate De'Aaron Fox. You bring him back in, and it may create a few bumpy games or whatever here or there, but in the long run, you need De'Aaron Fox out there. So you deal with it, and there you go.
Yeah, there's another Spurs question too. I think I flagged it. Maybe I missed it. Oh no, here it is from Kevin. Says, should Spurs go all in and try to win this season? I'll answer both because they're right there, semi-related. Depends on what all in means, right? Like, is all in like consider trading Castle or Harper or moving Fox in another trade? That it would have to be like the perfect fit going forward. It's somebody you're going to have for the next, I don't know, half decade or more. If I'm making a move like that, here's the nice thing with Wembanyama. And I get it. Nothing's ever certainty in the NBA, but you have a very long runway with that guy. Like you are not like got to get this done in the next couple of years. This is not where like Boston was a couple of years ago, where it's like, we got to get this done with these guys, or it's not going to happen. So let's load up and go get guys. That's how you kind of do it. But it's I don't know. I just play it out a little bit, see where it goes. As far as the Fox question goes from the previous commenter is, I mean, I think it'll be okay, but I said it all along. My reason for not being super high on the Spurs, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Wemby's just going to take him there by himself. Is I don't know what it's going to look like with Fox, Castle, and Harper. How does that play out? Are you going to put enough shooting on the floor? How's it gonna go? So,
like, if there's an opportunity for the Spurs to go like get Giannis or something,
sure,
right? I mean, you gotta,
I would do that,
right?
I mean, no, because then like, what are we doing? Shut down the rest of the league and be like, hey guys, we'll see you when Giannis wants to play in Greece again. Because I mean, how would you even score on those two? Like, that would be ridiculous.
Right, exactly. That's my thing. Like, at that point, we saw Wemby the first night. We were saying, okay, that's it. The league's done. Whenever Wemby is done, then the league can resume. But yeah, it's if they were to put Giannis and Wemby together, that would be very, very difficult to beat, and nobody would score any points ever on that group. Okay,
like those media games where the assistant coaches were playing the media across the league.
Oh man. Sager said, hey guys, y'all think Embiid can ever last a full season considering how bad he looked? I mean, what by a full season do we mean he just makes it all the way? Like, how many games played can he play a full slate of games? No, I don't think we will ever see that again. But could he play between 50 to 60 games and be available in the playoffs? Like, if that's a full season, I think we could see that. I think that's the best case scenario right now for the Sixers.
Yeah, I am really nervous because in that game against Boston, he just looked really bad. Like, just wasn't confident, didn't really move around. I mean, he was basically playing almost 3-point line to 3-point line. And like, that's just, and he just wasn't involved. He was super passive. Like, he just looked awful.
Yeah.
And that is, it's not like, oh, he was bad because he missed all his shots. It wasn't even that. It was just not moving well, just really rough. So it's tough. But yeah, I mean, if he can get to a point where he's feeling okay, again, I'm going to go back to Blake Griffin. He made a really good comment, something I hadn't thought of a lot. And he goes, how he looked was, he's like, that was how I felt when my knees went.
Yeah.
And he's like, you can make the first move, but it's stringing the move together. But he's like I can make the spin move, but then I'd have no lift after the spin move to get to my shot.
Exactly.
And he's like, that's when it all fell apart for me. He's like, that's when I basically became like a kind of standstill player. And that's what Embiid looked like. It looked like there was no faith in like, I'm going to string these moves together. I mean, he had a point where he had Sam Hauser on him in the post and he passed out of it because you could tell he was just like, I just don't want to try to back this guy down and go into a move. And like that's tough.
Yeah, that's not a good sign. Not a good sign moving forward for Embiid. And that's, God, it really does. I'm worried about it, but I really do feel like Embiid and Paul George's contracts are going to be the anchors holding the young, exciting now with Edgecombe and Maxey and Jared McCain when he gets back, like the young, exciting Sixers. That it's like they're running with a parachute on, and that parachute is Joel Embiid and Paul George.
Now you get a little dog action going on over here. They're fighting over a bone. Yeah, this OG unnamed YouTube user says Embiid is probably the worst contract in the NBA from a probable production to cap hit ratio. Him or Paul George. They got them both.
Yeah, and they got them both. You got to collect them all.
Yeah, apparently. Who knows, though? Maybe Maxey and Edgecombe and the rest of the young guys will help lift them.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay, we got a few more of these we're going to get to. We do need to pay some bills here, so we will be back in 1 minute. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Great presenting sponsor for the Front Office Show is Sleeper. If you've ever heard of the Sleeper app, here's a little secret. It's more than just a platform for season-long fantasy leagues. This year, millions of users enjoyed playing fantasy sports on Sleeper, but the app offers so much more. Live stats, real-time updates, and visualizations on all stats, plus a news feed. This is so critical for me. Get lightning-fast updates on your favorite players and teams, a real-time chat. You can engage with other users about individual plays and performances during the NFL and NBA season. So download the #1 sports app today and experience it for yourself. If you can see, I've made a couple of season-long picks there. Some deep cuts. We've got Tyler Warren for the Indianapolis Colts. NFL season is here. I've got him more than 550.5 receiving yards. I think he's going to be a big part of that offense. And then Zach Charbonnet, essentially, I'm saying I don't think that Ken Walker is going to wind up staying healthy all season. I've got him more than 499.5 rushing yards. I think the opportunities will be there for Charbonnet. So click that link in the description down below. Use the promo code CAPSPACE, and you'll get up to a $100 match on your first deposit. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper's terms of use for details. Currently operational in over 25 states. Check out Sleeper today. All right, let's go here. Keith, I am mad at the Sacramento Kings. Would the Kings consider trading Keon Ellis? Well, if you're not going to play him, you might as well.
Yeah.
What are we doing, Sacramento? You need more Keon Ellis's, and then they played him, what? I want to say it was like 12 minutes, something like 13 minutes. Opening
it
night.
was something.
13 minutes. He was 4 for 5 in 13 minutes, and he's one of your best defensive players, and they didn't use him much. That was frustrating.
Yeah, if you're not going to re-sign him and you're not going to play him, you might as well trade him. Get him somewhere where he'll have more of a chance to play. So,
agreed. That was unfortunate. Keith, do you think the Celtics will make the playoffs?
Maybe. I think there'll be a play-in team, at least, and then the play-in tournament's a crapshoot. Kind of depends, but I think they'll be somewhere between 7 and 10 in the East, and then we'll go. The one thing I will say that could completely take that sideways is if they have like another major injury, then maybe they're like, just forget it, and we'll see you next season. And then they start going for the ping pong balls. And then if it is and then if we go to a spot where it is, they're playing better, Jason Tatum's return is looming. Maybe they make a run at a top 6 spot. Again, it helps it's the Eastern Conference, right? But
Sure.
we'll see. It'll be close.
Do you like? Is there a little bit of I don't know if relief is the right word, but like a weight off the shoulder because the expectations are non-existent this year for the Celtics? Has that made
it's a little more
Celtics
fun.
fandom's a bit more calm this year?
Yeah.
Calm's not the right word.
They're a big, loud fan base. Like, and they everybody was having fun until they lost on opening night, and then that turned into, see, this team just needs to tank. They stink, and then it is.
But they lost by 1.
Yeah. What?
Didn't they lose? They lost by 1 opening night.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. But it's, how it goes.
Lose by 1 and lose by 20. If you lose, you lose,
yeah.
and the sky's falling.
Yeah. And I don't know. I'm like, that's the part I don't love, is just there's already like a battle in the fan base between like, let's try and be as good as we can and just lose games. It doesn't really matter because they're going to try to be good until it gets to a point where it's like, all right, this doesn't make sense. And if it doesn't make sense, then they will go a little bit different. But yeah, it's, we'll see, where they go. But yeah, for me, I think it's kind of, you have no expectations. So it's just, go out there and play and, have fun watching the team and see where it goes. It's a very different kind of team now. They look very different there. So we'll see.
All right, let's go here. Does the Billups situation change how the Blazers front office approaches the season? Seems like Portland thought they could compete for the play-in this season. Chances seem slim with the distraction now.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think Tiago Splitter is somebody people think highly of, and plug him in there, and the message should be, we're trying to win. Like, that doesn't change anything.
No.
And they're another team that, what you have to be smart about, especially in the West, is if you are a team that's like, boy, it's not going well, and you are like, let's pull the plug early on this, you could really help your draft positioning very well. So yeah, I think it's just, just keep going and see where it goes.
They played hard against the Wolves. There were moments where I thought they might even pull off the win. They stuck with them a lot longer than I would have expected the Blazers to. They played pretty good. They were stingy on the defensive side of the ball, and I liked what we saw to them. So no, I don't think right now it should be Chauncey Billups situation. That's it. We're out, tap out, and we're done on the season. No, go see what can happen from here. If you're getting close to the trade deadline and you're way out of it, or even maybe a little bit before that, then maybe you can pivot and go for those ping pong balls, like you said, Keith. But I think we're way too early to just toss in the towel right now.
They got
to see where they're
game at. In like, nobody, NBA teams, belief is you don't really know what you are until you get to around Christmas.
Yeah.
Then that's when you start to, some teams, yes, like the Nets are approaching this season. Like, they know what they are. They know they're super young and they're just going to kind of figure it out. And then you have teams that are like Denver and Oklahoma City and the Cavs and the Knicks they're trying to win the title. So like, they know what they are, but everybody else, it's just, you gotta give it 30-ish games or so. And then you get a much better sense.
All right, let's go here. Jose said, who can Miami add after we get rid of Rozier? I don't know what's going to happen with his salary or any of that.
Yeah.
And I think Sean said something that like this is going to take like 6 to 12 months. Like, it's not going to happen tomorrow. It's not going to be quick.
Yeah. And unless it is Terry Rozier pleads guilty in the next couple of days, which the statement from his lawyer is that's not happening.
Right.
Then it is, nothing is going to come forward from there, and it's just going to take a while.
All right, let's go here. Is Ace Bailey the favorite for Rookie of the Year, or is it still Flag? It's got to still be Cooper Flag.
Yeah. No, I mean, Ace Bailey didn't do anything in his opening game. Fairness, he was sick. Wasn't sure he was even going to play. But there's no nothing's
good
changed
in preseason. But people are down on Cooper Flag. Like, he was playing point guard.
Yeah.
And I thought he was still just fine. Like, he had a few plays where he looked like a rookie, but he's going to be fine. I'm not worried about Cooper Flag at all.
Yeah, they need to get more ball handling on the floor to help him. Like, it just their whole offensive approach was a disaster. And I get Wembanyama was awesome, but like he didn't hold them to 92 points by himself. They did quite a bit of that themselves. They don't have enough passing, don't have enough shooting. It just wasn't very good. Like there's guards matter. Like you can't just
Houston found that out. The highest turnover percentage in the NBA right now. The Rockets. Like, yeah, they're missing their primary ball handler. That was an issue. Yep. 1 to 10, 10 being the highest likelihood of the Lakers making a midseason trade. What's up, Keith? I'm going to the November 8th Lakers versus Hawks game. Okay, so let's start with the likelihood of making a midseason trade. Like
10.
You think it's a 10?
Yeah, I mean it might be something smallish, but
okay. I was gonna say you're even. I like to account for the chance that that team doesn't do anything. I was gonna put it like an 8. I know they're going to be aggressive, but they've been very willing to make midseason moves. So I think they do something. We don't know exactly what they don't know what that's going to be just yet. We got to get into the season here, but yeah, I think that's pretty likely. So you are very confident though they're going to make some kind of a trade.
Yeah, I mean, I just think they'll do something. It might be, I don't know, it might be something really small.
Sure.
It might Jackson Hayes in a salary dump. I don't know. but they'll do something. But yeah, is it gonna be something we're gonna be like, all right, fire up the mics and go live at 2:00 in the morning because Luka got traded? I think we've lived that experience once.
I mean, you can never forecast that, right? I mean the wildest trade in NBA history.
Yeah, you set that as your expectation.
You're going to be disappointed. It's a vast majority of the time.
What does MJ say in Spider-Man? Expect disappointment. That way you're going to be disappointed.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Let's see. Then going to the game, the Hawks against the Lakers. That should be a good one.
Yeah.
It should be good.
Should be fun.
What is
Hawks will be better than they were opening night, I hope.
Yeah. I was surprised by how they looked. Let's see. That's in Atlanta. Maybe I'll try to get over to that one. We'll see. Did the Magic play yet? I've been wanting to see how they look. They did play. And Des Bane, Paulo Banchero, and Franz Wagner all scored more than 20 points, which was pretty cool to see. They shot the 3 ball well enough. And I mean, look, Orlando, I thought looked good. Thought they did basically what we were hoping they would do when they added Des Bane.
Yeah, I clipped it and put it on Twitter. There was a play where I don't know what the Heat were doing with the defensive coverage, but Desmond Bane came off a screen, pulled up, and drilled a 3. And that's like the exact shot the Magic have been missing for years. Even the guys who are supposed to be shooters that they've acquired in recent years, they're all like more spot up guys. Like Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is not pulling off the dribble 3-point shots. At this point in his career, he's a spot up guy. And then he didn't make shots really either. But you had the
and they didn't create shots very well either.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean their whole offense was a mess. But Bane there looked really good. So yeah.
Yeah,
hey, look, you don't even need to get a hotel. Greenlight Transport says you can stay at his house.
Oh, there you go.
Perfect.
There you go. I'm all set.
You have bunk beds? Can I come too?
Yeah, well, you can cruise over. We'll meet in the middle there, and
it was only 7 hours from here.
Yeah, I think I'm probably the same. I'll probably try and find a flight or something. Des Bane, 23, 24, 20, 23 for him, 24 for Paulo, 24 for Franz. Like, can't complain about that.
The Magic looked really. Look at Jalen Suggs too.
Look at Jalen Suggs.
14 points in 16 and a half minutes, 2 steals, played really good defensively. They're going to limit his minutes for quite a while this year. Just try to get him over the finish line and get him to the playoffs healthy because that's how important he is. But I kind of think Jalen Suggs. We talked about this a lot with Marcus Smart. You got to he may be a player where we got to kind of limit his minutes to save him from himself because he just doesn't play any other way than all out.
Yeah,
with that. So, and then look at the last guy who played. Tristan Da Silva had a really nice game for the Magic. 16 points in 18 minutes off the bench. There are moments where he was super aggressive going after guys. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about what he can be for Orlando this year.
All right. Well, everybody. Well, thank you guys for joining.
We made it an hour.
We made it.
Bye.
Appreciate all of you guys for joining us, for hanging out with us here on our Friday episode of the show. Always something that we look forward to. We appreciate everybody
that's subscribed. Here, sorry.
Oh, he does have
He
bunk
does
beds.
have bunk beds. 9 and 10-year-olds. Those
Yeah,
kids are get them out of the house.
Kick the kids out. There we go.
Yeah, we're coming over. I get top bunk.
All right, everybody. We want to thank you very much for joining us. Make sure you do subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to follow us over on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you listen to podcasts as well. Big night in the NBA tonight, 12 games. So enjoy that.
Subscribe if you want those Halloween costumes
That's
next
right.
Friday.
Hit
You
that
got to
subscribe button.
subscribe. Got to get us up over 40K. So if you want to see us in Halloween costumes, you better get it done.
All right, everybody. Till next time. See ya and stay safe.